Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the New Age Geeks channel. If you're new here, we're building an inclusive space for people of all walks of life through the power of friendship, magic, and tabletop role-playing games. Tonight we have Forging Fates, a sober D&D campaign set in the Critical Role world of Exandria, following our adventuring party, the Fists of Fate. And let us join the cast and see if our audio is working. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Hello.
Hello.
And then just a friendly reminder for everybody that the New Age Geeks includes more than just us up here on your screen. It relies on all of you wonderful geeks and your participation in the community that we are building together. If you want to become one of the New Age Geeks, you can. Just join our Discord and subscribe to our Twitch and YouTube channels, where you'll find moderated chats, emotes by one of our favorite geeks, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. And chat rooms with the cast and other members of this growing community. And another reminder is that the best way to help us out is with engagement. So we'd really appreciate if you'd watch the video all the way through, like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so these platforms know to share us with everybody else. And then beyond Twitch and YouTube, we have posts going up on Twitter, on Instagram, and TikTok. So if you're on these platforms, make sure to give us a follow for more geeky goodness.
Boy, you like free stuff? Ha! How about a free subscription? That's right, I'm talking about Twitch Prime. If you're already paying for Amazon Prime, you get Twitch Prime absolutely free. Now, 1 month free to the channel of your choosing, and every month you need to go in and resubscribe to that channel or a new one. But it's a small price to pay to not have to pay any price at all. So use it on us. And if you are willing to help out in a financial way, we have a tip feature here on Twitch which uses PayPal for safe, secure, one-time donations. You're invited to use bits in the Twitch chat, and we have a modest merch shop for hoodies and goodies, including whisper leggings, shirts, hoodies, and the totally trustworthy Not a Mimic line. Huh? That's a tongue twister. We even have a Patreon for those who wish to donate to our cause and get a little something back. Lastly, if you wish to become a sponsor, you can reach out to us directly via our Instagram page to begin those discussions.
Okay, I'm also battling the echo here, so let me know if it's popping up, everyone in the chat, just as
These
I...
are real tears up.
That was so good.
That being said, if you enjoy the music we have going on here on Forging Fates, we highly recommend checking out the SonCraft bot. SonCraft bot allows you to play open source, community-selected music and soundscapes directly from your Discord server with just a few clicks. Whether you're playing with friends or streaming on Twitch, you can use the audio stress-free. With their pro-level subscription, you get their playlist builder, shareable playlist codes, access to 40-plus music genres and 20-plus soundscape types, global genre selections, and 2 premium Discord servers, all for just $10 a month. But using our referral link, you get $2 off your subscription for the first 3 months. All you need to do to get started is invite the SonCraft bot of your choosing to your server, then just hit play and let SonCraft take care of the rest. Okay. Welcome, Midnight Queen. Thank you for joining us tonight. The audio last week, or the week before, rather, as you can tell, was a little uneven, so I'm just trying to make sure we're good here with audio. That being said, also last week, posted today, we did the interview with Emmeline Sterling, also known as Lindy. That's now live on our YouTube page. You can check that out. It was an awesome interview, getting to dive into a lot of the business almost side aspect of how it goes about creating a TikTok page and diving into some of that stuff with her. So that was really a fun conversation. Tomorrow is Spell Shots, so you can join us tomorrow, same time, same place, as Jeremy and the rest of the cast, including our amazing Gem, dive into the next episode of spell shots. And am I missing anything else? Okay. That being said, let's dive into tonight's episode of Forging Fates. All right, so picking up where we last left off, the team having finally completed their trek through Lyrangorn, having defeated Whisper's sister, who had made a pact with a moon devil in the hopes to revive a lunar dragon and form some kind of bond with them to gain power and influence. The team kind of tried to find their way here. They went back to the temple towards the center of the city, where they sought out the squirrel that Quell had told them could help lead them to an entrance to the Feywild. While they found that squirrel, they saw that some of the royal family had begun to recuperate and was taking on some of their duties once more, but avoided any sort of contact with them. Did I miss something? I'm sorry. Okay.
You said duty.
All right. Focus here. So, speaking with the squirrel, they began to gather instructions on how to make their way towards the entrance to the Feywild. They then gathered Talon up and began to trek through the grove on the outskirts of the city, where there was a extensive conversation about Nuts and his payments. Where was I? They eventually made their way towards the entrance and were greeted by a siren called Falin, who was the seeming guard, or at least denizen, of the entrance, the small pool of water that lay in the center of this open glade. From there, they got her permission to camp there for the evening, in which they all kind of began to bed down, and Tristan falling instantly asleep at the edge of the water. Finnick began to recount some of her backstory and history leading up to how she came to join the Fists. I don't recall who was taking first watch, but I know I told you all to just go ahead and take that long rest on your character sheets. Tristan, I don't think you did, because I saw you had 1 point of exhaustion still on your character sheet. So you can go ahead and mark that off.
I think Clover said she was going to take the last watch.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I was tired. I was very sleepy.
Okay.
Yeah, I know I would take first watch.
Okay, so we're going to pick up from there as you all begin to go ahead and take your long rests. Finnick, is anyone going to be watching the first shift with Finnick? Finnick and
Yeah,
Gormuk.
I'll
Okay,
take
go
that.
ahead and both of you roll perception checks for me.
Cool.
Cool. 3.
3 and a 1.
Wow,
Okay.
guys, we died.
Sorry, guys.
Starting off strong. So, as the two of
Roll the
you
one.
begin your watch, you hear the faint lapping of water in the pool behind you, and you see Tristan kind of like leaned over it almost. A little concerning about his position. If you think he might, if if his sleep is restless, might fall in. Finnick, go ahead and roll a. Sorry, I want to make sure I have this roll correct.
Don't like that.
Roll this thing that we never use for no reason, none at all. Just
Yeah, do that thing. Do that thing that you guys don't ever do.
The thing with the numbers.
Yeah, you know that thing.
Yeah.
Roll a d20. I'll tell you what you add to it later.
Well, I just rolled a d20 and I got a 13.
Okay, so then you're good. I won't even bother saying what you had to roll, but 13 was the DC.
Oh. Shit. Okay.
You don't have any negative modifiers at all, do you?
Depends on what.
Yeah, not to this roll.
Okay.
Get my book back
That's
out.
not concerning.
No, there's nothing to be concerned about.
That's very concerning.
Fine. It's not like we have anxiety or anything.
Who, us? Any of us? What? All of
The
us.
best ones are
Every
so roll
single
your
one.
dice. Okay, so we move on. Like what happens, I'll let you know. So we move on.
I just think in the meantime, or before Joe gets back, I just want to drag Tristan away from the water.
Just tilt him backwards.
Yeah, just
Plop him on the ground, and he'll figure it out in the morning.
I apologize. Roll a charisma saving throw.
well, if we take that 13 and add my +7, that's going to be a stinky 20.
Okay, you're still good.
Why is it stinky?
Well, because they say dirty 20.
Uh-huh.
All right. Is there anything you two would like to do during your shift of watch?
Pass out, I guess, because I got a natural one. No, honestly, it's mostly just writing a lot down. Because we talked a lot about heading back to Westruun, going back to see the Cobalt Soul, and I realized the last thing that I told the head expositor, Cressida Holt, was change of plans, headed to Lyringorn. She doesn't know about our perspective on anything that has happened to us since we were attacked at our
Yes.
home. Right? Those two snipers, the dragon coming at us, the
All right. Let's see here.
Oh, there we go.
It came back up.
Yeah.
Okay.
not for me.
Okay.
So for me.
All right. I think.
Oh, it's there.
Okay, I think we're back. Sorry about that, everyone. I don't know why our stream decided to crash. Okay, so Dom, if you could go ahead and just recount what you were talking about in the letter that you're sending to, or the notes you're writing for Cressida Holt.
It's basically just a compilation of meeting the guy in the cave, fighting the lightning spirit, discovering that Finnick has wings and this shimmer above her head, what they look like, everything we learned about her since then, talking about the rest of the travel, the things we found in the clearing in the forest, the shade creatures that were guarding the sword that Finnick picked up, the look in Tristan's eye when he saw the sword, everything from getting into Lyringorn, seeing those shadows, and Finnick feeling shadows on the minds of the people, only to discover later that they were devils in all varying shapes and sizes, fighting the urge to just be out in front of everybody and just deal with this as subterfuge, fighting the devils, the royal family, the chain thing in the basement, which I learned later had shifted into Phoenix's dad and Clover's mom. And then resurrecting the dragon. And hey, you need to be aware, there's now a lunar dragon flying around. That's pseudo sort of our fault, but not really. Don't tell anyone.
Oops.
The nature of the devil's possession of Belen, Quell and his whole everything, talking about the different religious organizations that are looking into Tristan's curse and the things we learned about that, talking about everything we learned about Melora and how she plays into this. We have done so much since last contact, and I need to get all of that down. I will lose myself to my surroundings in getting all of this out.
Okay, and so for those of you that are joining us, there's a nice quick recap of the last about 20 episodes.
Surprise!
Oh, and also, you know, the power dynamic has now shifted in Larangorn, and hey, maybe other, you know, powerful cities might need to be aware of that. Possibly. Maybe.
Maybe.
You know, the whole guard got decimated. The chain demon grabbed him and pulled him into the...
Okay.
Yeah.
Oops.
Finnick, anything you want to do in this time or no?
I feel like it would be
Thanks for the follow.
kind of a similar route where I would be writing in my journal, but then after a while just sort of leaning back, looking up, seeing if there's any like stars in the sky, looking at the moons, if they're visible.
Sure. As you kind of look up towards the sky, you can see there is a bit of a... There is the just slightly what is it? Not a full moon, but the slightly
Crescent?
yeah,
Gibbous.
just slightly beginning to be covered as you move out from the full moon. You can see several bright stars in the sky, and all in all, especially being this far north, you'd think it'd be a little bit colder, but this glade has a very warm air to it.
So, just real quick, since it's the one that has phases, that's Katha, right?
Yes.
Ruidus is always full and always red.
Yes.
Katha is the one that has phases.
Okay. So, as your shift begins to come to an end, who would like to take the second? It can be no one, if that's what you guys choose.
Since I fell asleep, and I know I had a point of exhaustion.
Right.
I would have to take the whole night's rest, right, to get rid of that.
I mean, you're going to
You could
have to
break it up.
get a full night's rest, but it can be broken up, yes.
Okay, I'll wait till the last shift. Hopefully, if there's enough hours gone by.
Oh, if no one goes for the second shift, I will stick it
No,
out.
I'll do the second shift.
I can take it too.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay, so Clover and Whisper rising up next. Go ahead and both of you roll perception checks for me.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
15.
15. Okay. I will say the pair of you, as you sit there and kind of begin to start your watch, you hear the sound of crunching in the distance as if something is moving through the forest. You sit there for a moment and try and look out. What's the dark vision range on you guys? I'm sorry.
60
10
feet?
million feet.
60 feet?
Everywhere.
Yeah, 60 feet
I have
for
60
me.
feet as well.
Okay. So nothing ever comes within that 60-foot range of you, but you kind of hear something moving out into the darkness. Doesn't necessarily sound like anything's running towards you or maybe like hunting your spot, but you hear something kind of out in the woods there. But besides that, nothing seems to disturb your watch. Is there anything you two would like to do during this time?
For Clover, like, I'd say I wasn't really intending to wake up at this time, but everything that's been going on about the Feywild and that I might have family there and that they could be alive was kind of like finally like getting to me, and I started finally like processing it, and I just couldn't sleep anymore. So right now I'm just kind of up looking around and kind of peering into um, the portal water hole thing. Um, just thinking about everything. So yeah, I'm just finally processing all of this information.
Okay.
You see anything cool in there?
No, it looks so deep. I kind of want to jump in, but I'm not going to. It's I'm a little scared to find out what's on the other side.
I feel that. But it sounds like it could be kind of fun too, you know, after what Quell said.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I would eventually like to go there and visit Quell and see what I can find out about my family. I guess all this time I left home because I wanted to find home, but now that I know where home is, I'm really nervous. And I don't know if it's everything I just never actually thought I was gonna find it, and now I did. You know? Like now it's real, and I'm scared.
I mean, would it really be your home, or would where you grew up still be your home? I think you can define what home means for yourself, right?
I think I'm just nervous to know that I'm actually not the only one. But it seems like, from what Quell told me, that everyone there lives together, they all know each other, so this time I thought I would find a place where I belonged, but now I feel like I would be just as much of an outsider.
Or they could think you're really cool and have a bunch of cool adventures and stories to tell them, and like you'd be the most popular there.
That's true. That's true. I did win a fencing competition.
We've done a lot.
Yeah, I've done a lot since then.
I don't know. If they suck, we don't have to stay, too. So I just hope. I'm excited for us to go as well.
Yeah? Have you ever heard of the Feywild before?
Heard of it, but don't know much.
I guess it's just cool that it's a whole different realm. I guess just in general, it would be fun to explore a new place. Actually, after talking to you, I'm a little bit more excited.
Yeah.
I bet they will think that we're all really cool.
Okay. All right. So, as your shift comes to an end, Tristan, being the last one, rises from his finally getting the full night's rest. Is anyone else staying up, or I think Whisper is the only one that could without suffering a.
Yeah, I can stay up.
Okay. So both of you go ahead and roll another perception check for me.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it big. Ooh. I can't count.
9.
25.
25?
Yes.
Okay. What'd you roll, Tristan?
9.
What does sizzling mean? What does that mean?
Cooking.
All right, so
I also just woke up, so
Oh.
it makes sense.
All right, so
Sorry.
Gesundheit.
bless you.
I couldn't get to my mute button fast enough.
Okay, so as you two begin your watch for the evening, that the sorry, that really distracted me. The that sound of footsteps you hear begin to approach your position a little bit more, and in the dark, just on the edge of your vision, you see a figure kind of begin to push out from the shadows.
Does it look big?
It looks to be about 6 foot tall, thin build. And as they kind of step further closer, you see long elf ears around their head. You see this like crown of like vines kind of wrapped around their hair, and their long dark brown hair. Kind of steps into view. Plain-ish clothes, very rustic, made up of materials that you kind of would gather from the forest. You see a longbow kind of strapped to his back, quiver of arrows hung around his side. Hello.
Hello?
Don't mean to startle anyone.
I'm gonna start walking. I'm gonna just keep a slow pace walking forward towards that figure, while keeping an eye on our sleeping companions.
Okay. You step closer. And he kind of. Do you have dark vision at all, Tristan?
Yes.
Okay. You get closer. You see a elven male kind of pushing from the forest towards you. His emerald green eyes as you get closer. He has his hands kind of up at his, way to show that he's not intending any malfeasance in the moment.
I follow Tristan with my my club.
Don't mean to startle anyone. My name's Bramble Thorn Whisper. You may have heard of me. Yes, Whisper. Whatever you're writing right now, the answer is yes.
I don't know if I've heard of that.
Yeah, that name is familiar to you. It's part of the notes I sent you about Lyringorn.
Well, sure, yes. Totally. Need to open that.
Would you mind if I joined you?
Actually, yes. We would mind. Who are you again?
Bramble?
And is that name supposed to mean something?
Well, I'm pretty well known, I think. At least I like to think. Bramble Thorn Whisper. I am a guide and hunter in these parts. I help people, traverse the Cliffkeep Mountains. You may have heard of me. Dashing adventurer. Look at me, I'm fabulous. You see this gorgeous face? No? Nothing?
Can
Charming.
we help you?
Just making my way through on a journey back.
Making my way.
Just saw your little group, and I figured I'd come over and say hello, exchange tales.
Well, if you're a forest guide, wouldn't you know that's kind of a dangerous thing to do in the middle of the night?
Well, that's why I have my hands up, and I'm called out to you before. It didn't seem like I was sneaking up on you.
Still doesn't seem very smart. Maybe you should have waited till morning.
Oh, it was dark out, and I was bored.
Okay, well, that I can understand.
He kind of starts to step closer towards all of you, his hand's still up. Can I lower my hands?
No, you cannot. And I'm gonna step forward. My eyes kind of flash, and go back to normal.
Well, that's an interesting trick. Your names?
What do you want?
I've said it like 3 times now.
Yeah, but is there a specific reason that you're coming to us, or are we just a random group of people that you're just walking up to in the middle of the night trying to?
I mean,
not
it's
get
almost
killed?
dawn.
I look back at Whisper.
Yeah.
What are we doing with this guy? I kind of want to fight him.
It's rather
Listen,
aggressive.
you just fought so much.
I have an idea. How about you go back into the woods where you are kind of seeing us and stay away until the sun comes up? How about we try that one?
I think that is amenable, and I will see you all in 2 hours.
That sounds fair.
Bramblethorn Whisper. Remember the name. Famous adventurer. Nothing? Not even nothing? Very well.
You can go now.
Okay, I'll be back soon. Yeah, and slinks back off into the darkness.
Oh.
So what are we doing about this?
I mean, he doesn't seem very dangerous,
Not very dangerous.
but he does have good hearing, though.
Yes, I do.
5 more minutes.
I mean, we can deal with it in the morning. What would I know about him?
I mean, basically what he said to you. He
Very dashing, very charming.
very dashing, very charming.
Yeah.
Traverses the space between Lyringorn and Jorn Village, helping people get back and forth. Kind of acts as a guard for the forest, almost like hunting down some of the more dangerous creatures and taking them out, which is typically how he gained his fame.
Would I know if he's actually like skilled or if is he full of shit?
I mean, he has several trophies of like some of the larger things he's taken down. So everyone seems to think he's skilled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But is this a Gilderoy Lockhart situation?
Well, he's kind of a local legend in Lyringorn. So I don't know. I never really talked to him before, but he seems like he knows his way around the forest and stuff. He's won some things, but I don't know. I guess we could hear him out. He probably is bored. But I still think it's kind of dumb to sneak up on people in the middle of the night.
Yes, I know. I want to go kill him right now.
Save that for people who deserve that more, I think.
All right, well, until the others wake, he could just sit over there and listen.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Okay. Well,
And I'm not going to take my eyes off that direction that he walked out the entire time.
roll a perception check for me.
Me too, or just Tristan?
Are you gonna try and keep an eye out for him in that direction as well?
Yeah.
Okay, then go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
11.
Okay.
30, 20.
Okay. All right. At no point do you see or hear any more movement in that direction. Anything else you'd like to do in this time? All right. So, as the sun begins to crest over the mountains to the south, you know what I mean, crest over the mountains, it begins to bask the small clearing you're in light, and the rest of the team begins to rise from their sleep.
Good morning, sleepyheads.
I'm going to immediately go up to whoever, I'm assuming everyone's not in far away proximity from sleeping, but I'm going to go close to where most people can hear me at once, and I'm going to be obvious. I think he's still just watching us right there. So, all right. So yeah, we had a fun visitor just walk right into camp. A couple hours ago.
What?
What?
Yeah. I
He
think
wasn't
he is
dangerous.
think he's still standing and watching us from in that direction. I was staring wherever he went, and I'm gonna point in that exact direction because I think he's looking right at me. I'm being very obvious about it.
It'd be funny if you're like pointing to the wrong direction.
That would probably be
He
the
just
right.
walks up behind all of us.
As you say that, you hear a voice call out from the woods, not where you saw him leave, but from farther around to the side from where you are. You see him kind of leaned up against a tree, looking towards all of you as you rise. Bramble Thornwood, adventurer, guide, scout. Pleasure to meet all of you. I see I have a fan.
Thorn Whisper? Thornwood? What did you say?
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, we know all about you in Humboldt County. You're
See.
like famous.
Thank you. I'm aware.
We heard all about how you rescued an entire troop of junior adventurers from a tribe of bullywogs.
One of my many.
Oh,
One of my many adventures.
wait, you have to sign my arm.
Do you have a
Wait, no, it's you have to sign my shovel.
do you
Don't
have
look
a
at my
quill
face.
and some ink?
Yes, I do. I'm gonna pull out my forgery kit.
Okay.
Oh,
Begins to
I
walk
need-
his way over towards camp.
We're gonna start breakfast.
Yes, please.
Ooh, that sounds like a great idea.
Okay, so as he enters over and signs your spade, Clover, you see him pull a few rabbits that are hung on the side of his belt. He pulls off 3 of them and kind of hands them over toward you, Gormrog. Figure a little peace token for interrupting your night's rest.
Never meet your heroes.
What?
I don't accept them.
Okay.
That's
What did he pull out?
Rabbit.
Oh.
Tristan's gonna walk, and I'm just gonna take them, and I'm gonna go like by a random tree and just be like we'll hold on to these and just drop them.
Very well.
let's see if the lady in the lake wants it. Maybe she.
Or Talon.
Oh, Talon might like those. Yeah.
Oh, that I'm gonna. She says that I'm going to right there go and grab we bring go right the talon and throw right in front of him.
As you kind of throw it in the air, he launches up, his wings spread wide, and kind of snatches 2 of them out of the air, and you hear bones crunching with each as he slams his jaws around them.
I'm just gonna give Tristan a very pointed look, and look at Clover, and just.
Apologize for the insensitivity. I'd never actually met a rabbit person before.
Read the room, my dude.
I didn't want him to go
He
bad.
doesn't seem to be good at that.
Well, that's quite rude. What is your name, dear?
I'm Whisper.
Little Whisper. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Bramblethorn Whisper. We have a name in common.
Bird.
Yours is long.
It is a little long, but it's just fantastic, wouldn't you say?
No.
And what is your name, good sir?
Glomrog.
Glomrog, pleasure to meet you. Bramble Thorn Whisper here. Adventurer, guide,
I'm sorry.
hero of
Would
champions.
you mind repeating that just one
Bramble
more time?
Thorn
for me?
Whisper is my name.
Not
Thorn
catching it.
Whisper.
Thorn Whisper. Okay, and
Whisper.
the first name again?
Bramble
What was the last name?
Thorn Whisper.
I'm just
I'm
gonna
not getting it.
Gormog in the arm.
All together in one. Bramble Thorn Whisper. Pleasure to meet you. Guide, adventurer, hero among heroes, champion among champions.
One-man marketing team.
Mm-hmm.
Goddamn.
You've got to be that way if you want to get that recognition. I'll tell you that much. And your name, dear? I'm sorry I was impolite about the rabbits. What is your name, dear?
I'm Clover.
Clover, it's a pleasure to meet you. As always, always love to meet a fan. As you already know, Bramble Thorn Whisper.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's you made that pretty obvious. Thanks.
And your name, Miss
Finnick.
Finnick? Absolute pleasure. I'm Bramble Thorn Whisper,
And
as you've already heard.
aware.
Oh,
I,
very
I
well.
like put my finger on his lips, like
Perfect.
Ha!
He
got
kind of
it.
reaches up and grasps your hand and pulls it down onto his chest. It is my absolute pleasure, dear, to meet you.
And I
and I
go-
rip my arm away.
Ooh.
Fucking touch me.
And your name, Angry One?
I am very much still trying to figure out why you're still here.
Well, I'm here to meet all of you, to exchange tales, and to learn about this wonderful troop that I've come across that has found their way to this glade. I am Bramble Thorn Whisper, if you haven't
Oh
heard.
my god. If you say that one more time.
Do you really want me to? Because
I've been awake for 5 minutes and you said your name.
Is
More
it
than-
true
more
that
than
you
Tristan
killed
can
the
count.
mimic by grabbing its tongue with your bare hands and shoving it right into its law?
That is actually one of the true stories about me. It's quite amazing, I know.
I made it up. You're a liar.
What? Excuse me?
I made it up. You're a liar.
Well, little did you know I had that very tale happen. See,
Insight
even your
check.
wildest imagination only pales in comparison to the tales I can tell you.
I don't know if I trust someone who kills little innocent rabbits.
Well, we all have to eat.
Speaking of, food's ready.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Kept it
not-
simple. There's, no, we don't have enough for you, sir. But I'm sure a hunter of your renown, capable of felling such dangerous beasts as those, is capable of finding food for themselves and cooking it up for themselves. A fire they've made for themselves. So I'm not really concerned about you. For the rest of my crew and the griffin we keep as companion, I have made an assortment of eggs, bacon, several root vegetables, small platter here and there of scrounged and foraged foods that have been washed in the waters nearby.
Well, that's quite all right. I'm sure I can fend for myself. You see him kind of start to cast some magic between his fingers, and from the ground, this root-like tree begins to sprout up and form into almost this like chair area for him, and he kind of sits down into it and leans back as the root extends outward and kind of relaxes into a reclined position. Casts once more, and a small berry appears in his hand, and he pops it in his mouth. Well, I'm stuffed.
Okay, that was pretty cool.
What do you
He's-
want?
Do you want me to say it again?
You said he's a
I'm
pretty
Bramble
fancy-looking guy,
Thorn
right?
Whisper. What did you say?
He's like
Whisper?
fancy looking, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Citrus-
he's dressed like an adventurer. Like a lot of his clothes look like adventuring clothing, but there is a little refined edge to it.
Okay. While he's talking to Grimrog, I want to cast Druidcraft, and it's gonna be the smell of a fart right near his butt. And then I'm gonna come up behind him and be like, as he sits down, I'm gonna be like, maybe you should head back into the town and take a bath. You're smelling a little rough
I
there.
have been on the road for quite some time at this point.
A little dirty.
Yes, well, that's what happens with great adventurers like myself.
Well, what are you doing around here?
Well, I'm actually on my way back to Lirangorn to find adventurers for a little mission I've been given that I need allies for, because even one as great as myself, I do need an extra set of hands every once in a while.
What kind of mission?
Well, are you adventurous?
Who's
No,
that?
we
No.
just
I'll
happen
just
to
sort of
be
look
in.
down at my armor, and then the sword, and then back at him.
Sorry, Finnick, you're really low. What did you say?
I said I look down at my armor, back at my sword, look back at him,
Well, one can never
then sort of-
assume.
do the same with the rest of the group.
You know what they say when you assume.
Yeah, you make a bramble thorn wisp out of yourself.
You're quite funny, Gormrock. I like you. I think we're going to be good friends.
But tell me more about this mission.
Well, some of the denizens of, let me get my map up, of the Dawnmist Pines have said there's been some disturbances in the area, and I have actually been hired to try and find out what those issues are. But, as I've said, just came off of a mission guiding people through the Cliffkeep Mountains, so thought I'd come here, recover, try and find a group, and then head back down to fell whatever evil has befallen the forest.
So, you're just looking for people to help you find out what the issues are?
Well, if once we find out what those issues are, I would expect that we all team together and forge a new tale as we defeat whatever evil has arisen.
Are you usually working with a team?
Well, I occasionally will hire people to help, depending on the mission.
And what's the usual compensation rate?
Well, for this job, I'm getting 500 gold, so I would split that up evenly amongst the everyone that decides to join us.
I'd like to insight check.
Go ahead.
I was
and
going
roll.
to say, can I insight that number?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm inciting that number.
Everybody's thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm getting 500 and something else.
See, Whisper is thinking he just like makes the party do all the hard work and takes all the credit, but they like die in the process.
It's possible too.
I rolled a 14.
A 14?
I got a 21.
Okay. Gormrog. He is charismatic in his own unique way. But you don't sense that he is lying to you about anything in this moment.
Okay. 500 split evenly among us would leave us each with less than 100 gold.
Like, honestly, we're a little bit more important than that.
Well, we also will split any items that we come across the way.
I mean, guys, it's clear that he hasn't heard of who we are either. So,
We're not going around saying our name over and over again.
Well, that's bad marketing, my friends. You've got to, if you're an adventuring party, you've got to put that out there.
and right now, we're not focused on marketing. We're focusing on doing what we need to do. And if other obstacles hop in our way, we take care of that as well.
Well,
Yeah,
what
we
is it
fuck
that
shit
you all
up.
need to do?
Leave.
We were kind of on our way out.
Okay.
The tea
Well,
kettle whistles, and I pull the kettle off the fire, start pouring little cups of tea, and just handing it out to everybody except him.
Well, I see hospitality is not something that you all are strong on. That being said,
Hey, we
Sorry,
only have
did I-
enough bugs for ourselves. So
He kinda
there's
just-
only enough water in the pot for the 5 of us.
Did I go to sleep knowing you would be here? I'm sorry. My mistake. We had this appointment set for the last 3 weeks, didn't we?
Did you? That's
How
quite amazing.
inconsiderate of
Okay.
you. Show up uninvited, unannounced, and expect me to cook for you? Expect me to provide you with hospitality in a place that's not even mine? This is the forest. This, according to your stories, is your land. Why aren't you being hospitable to us?
Oh,
Why am I doing all the cooking?
I'm more than happy to assist. I mean, I brought food already. I don't know what else I could do for you.
Nothing.
I have an
Not
idea.
Not a
If you're
thing.
ever in Homo County and you see all of the people who were ever mean to me, you can tell them that Clover Hexcomb helped solve the biggest case that you've ever done.
Well, if we decide to do that case, then I'm sure I will spread tales far and wide of the amazing Clover Hexcomb.
And Clover Hexcomb and the Fists of Fate.
Ah, the Fists of Fate. I actually have heard of you.
Oh yeah, what have you heard?
That you dealt with something down in Western. I don't know the details. I don't typically make my way down that far south, but
I'm making my way.
I have nonetheless heard of you. That being said, dear, are you around, dear? You hear the water kind of ripple behind all of you. Yes, honey, I'm here. He kind of steps up from his chair and sits down, dips his feet into the water. I've missed you quite a bit, my love.
Is it fine?
And she kind of rises up out of the water, and the two of them kiss for a moment. Has they had any issues with you, my love? No, they've been nice enough. Well, it's good to hear. That being said,
Are you guys like together?
yes.
I guess before we split ways, sorry, Bramble, I
Yes.
have one more question.
Absolutely.
Is there a reason you don't have a consistent group with you
Well,
and you have to go hiring people to help you?
no, I just prefer to hire people depending on the mission. I don't like to be tied down to one group for too long.
Or the group can't be tied down to you for too long.
That's cool, quite possible. I am magnanimous, some would say.
One might say.
How did you two meet?
Say again?
How did you two meet?
Well, she was
You know,
here,
all
I
of
was here.
Bramble, I never heard about a Fallen before.
A fallen?
Fallen? Fallen?
Oh,
Fallen.
fallen.
Fallen. Sorry. I saw the name typed, but I didn't know how to pronounce.
Well, some people might not respect a relationship such as ours, so
Why?
Probably because she can do so much better.
You're spicy today, Gormrog.
I want to go on an adventure.
Sorry, was that out loud?
very well. If there's nothing else, I think I will make my way towards Lirangorn. Dear, I will see you on my way back out.
Oh, and Lirangorn might be a little different than you left it.
Oh, all right, well.
Wait, so we're not going to go on the mission?
Is it out of the way?
Out of the way of what? I don't know where you're all headed.
We're
going to
headed
Western.
Western, yeah.
A little bit, but I mean, it's a little farther east. From your straight path down to Western.
It's east?
Yeah, it's north of the Turst Fields, so when you come past Jordan Village, you continue south, and then after you clear the Black Valley, you travel east towards the Dawn Mist Pines.
I mean, I could use 84 gold.
Above table, what?
To who?
To you, location-wise. Where are we going?
The Dawn Mist Pines.
For those of us who aren't familiar.
Like I don't know how else to tell you. It's south of Jorn Village, north of Western, east between those two.
So it'd be northeast of Western.
Yes.
So instead of going south and then east like we were planning, we'd have to go out of the way
Why were you going south and then east?
to go from Larangorn to
Well,
Western.
to get down to there, you have to go through Jorn Village, and then from Jorn Village, it's a straight run south to Western.
So it's not terribly far out of the way.
No, maybe a day's or so travel.
Yeah, I was gonna ask him, how long do you expect this to take if we were to go on the adventure?
Well, that depends on how long it takes us to uncover the darkness inside the Dawn Mist Pines.
I have dark vision.
That will be helpful at the nighttime.
Well,
I'm kind of down.
to uncover the darkness, you kind of need dark vision.
Tristan's gonna walk and get like almost right in his grill, and he's gonna say, "And what reason in the world?" And then his eyes are gonna flare and go reptilian. And what reason in the world? Why should we trust anything this random person who just says his fucking name over and over and over again? What reason do we have to trust you and not know that we're going to a trap, running into something that we nor the Great One can't handle? Give me one.
You see him kind of form magic in his fingers with once more, and the small flower kind of sprouts between his fingers. It's beautiful red petaled flower with this large yellow bulb in the center, and he holds it out to you. Well, I have a flower for you.
Oh, but you really want to go on this adventure?
Well, he eats rabbits, but one time he saved an entire town of people from becoming lycanthropes. So they say.
And Whisper, you said you're down for this?
I mean, I'm curious, and like, if he annoys us too much, we can just like push him into the bad thing.
Valid. Tristan, I think you've made your opinion pretty clear. Finnick?
I mean, if it would make Clover happy. And I just looked down at Clover.
I mean, it is Rainbow Thorn Whisper.
Clover, you're lucky, you cute kid. All right, Mr. Thorn something or other.
I think you know.
When he says that, Tristan's gonna like pull his face back and then walk past him and give him a nice hard shoulder pass by and walk.
As you do that, he kind of like accepts it and dives into the water. You see him kind of like start to rub the water across his hair, pulling it back. Well, Miss Whisper said I was a bit stinky, so I figured I'd thank you for helping me, Mr. Tristan. I appreciate the assistance.
I don't like this guy, but we'll do it. But I'm with Whisper. If he annoys us too much, I'm
We can
not
just
against leaving him there.
You're all quite angry, young ladies and gentlemen.
We've
I
seen some
like it.
shit, dude.
Feisty.
Well, what do you know? What do you know about this danger?
Well,
Yeah, we need the details.
you see him kind of swim over to the edge of the water and kind of push himself up out of it. Begins to kind of brush off the water and shake it out of himself and slinks his hair back. Well, from what I understand, a lot of the food that helps to support the turst fields in Western is cultivated in the Dawnmist Pines. They use it also to gather wood and stuff like that to help when the bramblewood is not enough. So, from what I understand, there has been something, almost as if the forest itself has been attacking people that enter into it. There have been several sightings of larger creatures that have been harassing travelers that enter in and the workers. Though those that have survived and escaped have not been able to describe it more than the forest coming alive and tearing people limb from limb. So, whatever is affecting the forest, I'm employed to go in, find, and eliminate, or help cure whatever ailment, if it's some artifact that has been uncovered and is transforming the forest into this dark abomination. But besides that, not much else information, unfortunately.
And what can you do? Oh, wait. I mean, I know what you can do. I know all about you, but, like, tell them what you can do.
As you know, Miss Clover Hexcomb, I am very skilled with a bow, and I have a little bit of magic to help supplement. I am a
you're
Great story.
not so
Loved
skilled
it.
with stuff.
So I'm gonna start packing up all of our stuff and just getting ready to head out.
okay.
I'm also gonna take a surreptitious moment just to quietly go to Tristan, put my head to his, and just I'll let you know when you can kill him. Try to be nice until then.
Thank you. As we're still close, I'm gonna say I'm fully on board only if he stays in front and leads everywhere we go.
Would you
I'm okay
like?
with that?
Would you like me to help? If this is your griffin, correct? Yes.
No,
doesn't stop
he's not
fucking
owned
talking.
by us.
No, I understand, but he travels along with you all, right? He's a compatriot.
He's a friend, yes.
Would you like a little, maybe give him a little armor to help protect himself? I can whip something up if you'd like.
Sorry, what? How? With what?
I can form it out of wood and have it fit perfectly to his form. And that won't do much in the form of protection, but it's a little bit.
I turn to Talon. I not speak with animals, but just talking normally. You want armor, buddy?
I have a question.
I have an answer.
Well, I guess, do we still have the wyvern armor that
Yeah.
we stole?
We do.
Mhm.
It's in the back
And we
of the
stole the wing pieces?
Yes.
Could those fit on Talon's wings?
Yeah.
They could, be fitted. Not sure how good of a fit will be.
You had said previously they could.
Yeah, because I there's something I could do, but I don't know if it's possible like sort of using like mending to make it fit Talon?
Um,
That's something that's possible?
we can roll to see if that will work.
Okay.
Okay. So, did you want me to make the attempt?
What
I-
what was Talon say back?
He seemed indifferent about it.
Not yet.
Well,
Okay.
we also have something that we could rework to fit him. So
Do you know how to do that, Finn?
I can certainly try. Nothing a little magic can't do, right?
I mean, if Talon's down for it, but
Yeah, I'm leaving it up to Talon.
I turn to Talon again.
Roll a persuasion check for me.
I'm not trying to persuade him. I'm trying to read him.
All right, roll a d20 then.
Yeah. Oh, what did I do with my d10? Oh. Okay. Just a d20?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a 10.
Okay. Well, seems a little less doesn't seem like he's super into the idea at the moment.
Yeah. He doesn't. Maybe he'll change his mind in the future, but right now I think he's just comfortable being him.
Okay. All right. Anything anyone want to do before you guys all begin to head out? Okay. All right. That being said, as you all begin to gather up and begin to trek down south towards your next goal.
Oh, wait. Yes. I wanted to ask Fallon. That's how you pronounce your name, right? Fallon?
Yeah. Fallen.
Oh, Fallon, can I ask you a question really quick?
Sure.
Do you know if there's
Mulin.
another Feywild portal in Western?
I'm sorry?
Do you know if there's another Feywild portal in Western?
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh. Are you aware of any other Feywild portals?
No, just this one.
Oh.
Sorry.
Does each Feywild portal only have one owner?
It's the only one I know of.
Thank you. That's very helpful.
Sorry.
Okay. Oh, bye. Have fun here and
Is,
there. Okay, that's all.
is Bernie still around?
I think so. I think he hasn't left yet.
I don't assume he's going to be coming with us. So I'm just going to take out a small sack of nuts and just kind of fake it at him and like spill a couple out and then leave the sack on the ground.
You see him kind of run from the edge of the forest into the clearing with all of you. He starts picking up nuts and like tucks them in his arm, tucks one of them in his cheek, kind of gathers everything up in as best he can in his arms and bites down on the sack that you dropped and starts slowly like walking over to the forest, pulling them all.
I wish I could talk to Bernie sometimes. I have some tips for him. But maybe one day I'll be able to.
Maybe one day when you get that ability, because I have no doubt you're capable of anything, we'll come back and you can give him those tips.
I'm gonna skip, hop, jump right next to Bramble. So, I'm over the bunny thing. Tell me everything.
Well, where should we start, dear?
From the beginning.
Well, let me recount the tales of Bramble Thornwood. Thorn Whisper. And
A symphony of groans coming from behind them.
as he begins to recount his tales of heroism and adventure, you all begin the long trek back down south. And I think that's a good spot to take our first break.
This trip seems longer somehow.
So,
Tristan's hearing every word and trying to not cut his head off every single sentence.
How many times do I need to cast Calm Emotions for Tristan to chill the fuck out?
I'm a pacifist. I'm a pacifist. I'm a pacifist. I'm a pacifist.
all right.
I'm a
So,
pacifist to his face.
Yeah, I fucking knew that's where you're going. I'm sorry.
all right. So, with that being said, we will be right back, and we'll see you guys momentarily. And we're back. I think that timed up well with the people for the ad break on Twitch. So,
It did.
jumping back into it, as you all begin the trek south, I need someone to go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
Can I roll it?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Just a flat roll?
Yep.
17.
Okay. So, with Bramble leading the way, and as he is leading, you see he's kind of guiding you over the difficult parts of the terrain. He's pointing out the spots where to help kind of make the travel go a little bit faster. And he helps guide all of you, and kind of get the sense that he's done this quite a bit, and he's very attuned with the forest, and those of you that worry about his class, it is ranger. So
I have a question.
I have an answer.
Did we ever get our cart when leaving Arangorn, or are we just walking?
No one ever said they were going to go get it.
Well, are we heading back through Larengorn to, are we heading out of the forest to Larengorn and then leaving?
Well, he's currently headed down south, so not towards Larengorn.
This would be a lot quicker if we had our cart.
Yeah, we should probably go get our cart, honestly.
We
We
gotta
just
go
need to
get.
make a quick pit stop.
Yeah, if
We
we
gotta
could
go
just
get Tater Trot.
a little zippity zoo back to Larengorn, grab the cart. Shouldn't take too long.
Very
Just do a
well.
quick,
I'll
like, time skip.
sure.
Yeah,
We'll
just like,
hit fast forward, and you all quickly make your way back to Larengorn, and then return with your two horses and cart.
hell yeah.
Oh, there's 2 horses?
It's Tater and Tot, right?
No, it's Tater Trot.
Tater Trot. Oh, so it's
Just
just
one horse.
I forget. All right. Can't remember everything.
I mean, I'll name another horse. It'll be another food pun, but I gotta figure it out. You just gotta give me a minute.
All right. So you grab Tater Trot and your cart and begin the trek once more back down south. That being said, with the roll that Tristan made, the weather is clear on the day. You travel for the hours upon hours towards the south. As the sun begins to set, Bramble looks towards all of you. Where would you like to set camp?
Well, you know these woods better than us.
Very well. So dealer's choice then.
Are you gonna keep us safe?
Of course I'll keep you all safe as best I can. I mean, as you all know, these forests can be quite dangerous at times, and there are denizens of the forest that even I cannot predict against. But I will help defend my team, the Fists of Fate, as is part of the deal with us teaming together. Very well. So, after about another hour, he eventually pulls the cart off to the side, and you all begin to set up camp once more. As the sun sets, the fire is set up in the ground, giving a little bit of warmth and allowing you all to cook any meals that you'd like to have for the evening.
What are we having for dinner, Grandma?
Mushrooms.
Picked some mushrooms and dandelion greens along the way.
No, it'll definitely be something foraged. gonna go rugged for dinner. Mushrooms and dandelions are great. If we pass any fruit trees, I'll have snagged a couple of those.
No fruit trees
Um,
typically grow in this area.
Well, can't win them all. So any edible flowers, any edible mushrooms, any
Roll
roots or
roll a survival check for me.
vegetables.
Can I too? Because I actually took a class in foraging, so I'm pretty good at it.
So either you each can roll, or go ahead and one of you roll at advantage.
I'll give him help.
So, are you giving me advantage?
Yeah.
And I'm not
Alright,
leading.
so the first one is
both sides.
14. The second one is dirty 20.
Okay.
Yay.
So, you along the travel, you pull a few things that you feel are appropriate for an evening meal. Eventually, getting it all set up. What kind of meal would you like to produce? Go ahead. Just let it all out. This is what you get from Forging Fates. Classic cooking shows.
Well, Gormrag, I know you're the cook,
Cooking
but
scenes.
I have a really good home recipe for a really nice mushroom dandelion green stew. It's
Yeah,
pretty
let's try it. Yeah, absolutely. You know what? Today, Clova, you're the chef. You teach me something.
Well, first we need a fire, and we need a pot of water. And I'm just gonna pour all the water that's in my canteen into the pot.
I definitely have a pot in my cooking utensils, and I also have my own water skin, so I can help you if there isn't enough.
So
As for the fire, we can easily make that with, one of the magical people at worst, or with flint and steel at best.
while that's warming up, you've got cook's utensils, right? Or no?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. On your pan, first we're gonna saute the mushrooms and the dandelion green and whatever else we got to make them nice and sautéed and delicious. And then
Mhm.
we're just gonna put it in the pot and stir it up real good until it gets like a nice thickish consistency. And there you go, delicious mushroom stew. Delicious. What did I say? Delicious. Yeah, that's how you say that word. What is wrong with me?
So every step of the way, I'm just doing exactly as she says, letting her lead, but still making sure that.
If you have any seasonings, you gotta take those bad boys in there.
So I'll pull out like a folded leather cloth that's all rolled up, and I'll spread it out and open it up, and there's a whole bunch of different seasonings in different jars, all labeled precisely.
We want something savory and then just a little spicy, but not too spicy, because we just used up all our water to boil this water.
There's things like cumin and pepper and everything else you could possibly want. This was a gift from Miss Roslyn for my birthday one year. I don't really get too many occasions to use it, but I think this calls for it.
That's so nice.
Yeah. Anything you want on the side with this stew? Or do you think this stew is going to be enough as is?
I mean, it's enough for me,
Mhm.
but I can't
All
speak
right,
for
then.
anybody else.
No, that's gonna speak for everybody else. So we're just gonna have the stew.
We also have rations if we need something more. So I know we
It's a
stocked
big
up
pot
on a
of
lot
stew.
of those.
We got a lot of dandelion greens along the way.
Okay. So, as you all kind of gather around and begin to dish out the food for everyone, I'm assuming Bramble gets a bowl of this delicious stew.
Yeah, he's got to taste.
Did
my
he bring a
cooking.
bowl?
He forms one out of wood from the ground.
I'm gonna stare
sure
at him
with-
as he takes his first bite.
With Clover leading the cooking session, I'm sure she made sure there was enough for him to also have some.
Okay. So, as you pour him a bowl of soup, he brings it up and presses the bowl to his lips and begins to slurp down some of the stew. And go ahead and roll a d20 for me. How well did Clover prepare this stew?
Natural
Well-
19. Do I get
As-
to add anything to that?
I was gonna say Gormog was helping her.
Yes,
Mhm.
technically you could roll at advantage because Gormog was there observing.
I will keep the 19.
All right. As he begins to slurp down some of the stew, you see his eyes kind of light up and brings the bowl down. This is absolutely fantastic, Clover.
Well, yeah. I
5
am.
stars, dear. 5 stars. Quite delicious. Okay, so as you all enjoy your meals for the evening, get ready to bed down, who's going to take first watch?
Which watch is
stick with
Bramble
it.
taking?
He'll take whichever watch you all want him to.
I'll take first watch.
Okay.
I'll take a watch with Bramble.
Okay.
Whichever.
All right. Anyone watching with Finnick?
I'm gonna
I
wait.
think Tristan said.
I
Oh.
did, but I'm gonna wait.
All
I'll
right.
take first watch then.
All right. Finnick and Whisper, go ahead and roll perception checks for me.
Put down my die.
Y'all can't hear that, can you?
19.
Got a 3 again.
Okay. With a 19, Whisper, you sit there for a moment and kind of extend your senses out into the forest. You hear the little bit of crackling of fire behind you as you let the flames kind of get a little bit lower here, but you still have a little bed there that's crackling in the night. You hear the sound of nocturnal animals out in the forest. And everything seems in order for your watch. So if there's anything you'd like to do during this, now's your opportunity.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Whisper.
Yeah?
So, like, do you believe everything this guy says?
I don't know. I feel like if you've done all these things, maybe you don't need to brag about it so much.
Just seems a little pompous.
Yeah, he's kind of annoying. But I mean, I guess we'll see. I'm more curious about like what's in this forest, and that kind of intrigues me. So
Yeah. I'm curious as to what we'll find, so.
maybe it'll be fun little adventure.
Find some really cool magic things, who knows?
Yeah.
As you two begin to have this conversation, you see the faint light appear out in the woods. This little green light that kind of shimmers behind a tree and then disappears. Then you see another one kind of appear behind a different tree before it floats across and then disappears behind another tree.
I'm assuming with my perception, I did not see that.
No.
So.
Did you see that?
See what?
The little light things.
If I look for them, are they there now? Like, now can I see them?
Roll a perception check.
That's a 7.
You don't see any lights.
Mm-hmm.
And as
No, I
you're
don't.
kind of staring off in the direction she pointed, Whisper, you see another light a few feet off to the side of you kind of appear before it floats down behind another tree and disappears once more.
Is it similar to what we saw in the past, or what I saw in the past?
Which past?
Those little like cute things.
Oh, this has more of a green hue to it, as opposed to like
Mm-hmm.
the white that those were.
Oh. I just keep looking for it and didn't say.
You see another one appear. They're getting a little closer to you now. You start to hear the sound of wood cracking in the distance. As if something is stepping across some of the branches on the ground, cracking twigs and sticks moving towards you.
But these things are flying. The light.
Well, all you see is a little light, kind of in the little orb of light. You don't know if it's. You can't see if there's a body to it or anything.
Yeah. I grab my club and I go shh to Finnick and point in the direction. No, wait.
Okay, as you start to step closer, you hear a voice kind of call out in the darkness. Help us. Help. Please. You hear another voice in the distance off to the side. Please. Help us. You hear the two voices kind of bouncing back and forth from one another.
Do you hear that?
Do I hear it?
Yeah. You begin to hear the voices calling from the woods.
Yeah. I don't like it, whatever it is.
Hmm.
Can I
You
do
think
an
someone's in
insight?
trouble?
Can I do an insight on these voices?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll an insight check.
Excuse me. 18.
The voices are tough. It's hard to say if there's an intention behind it. It feels kind of flat as it hits your ears. So it's hard to determine if it's like a lie or it's just something that's saying. Help us. He's coming. Don't let him get us.
I don't like that at all.
Finnick, what should we do?
You hear that sound
I'm
of
gonna-
footsteps growing closer.
I'm gonna kick Gormrog on the bottom of his shoe. Just like, wake up.
Can those of us sleeping hear the disturbance, or are we like devastated?
What?
There's, there's something calling out from the woods, calling for help, saying that he is coming, and Whisper and I aren't sure what to do. Like she says there's these little like green floating lights.
He's a druid, and you are well traveled. Both of you should know the rules of if you're in the forest and you heard it. No, you didn't.
So should we ignore it then?
Is it getting closer?
Yeah.
Roll a perception check for me, Gormrog.
Sure. Plus 2. That is a 16 plus 3, so 19 total.
Okay. So you begin to hear the faint sound of wood cracking in the forest, kind of moving in your direction, and you catch the faint glimpse of a light appear and then disappear behind a tree.
Can I discern about how far that is?
I will say, as you kind of look towards that direction once more, you hear it getting closer and closer. At 60 feet away from you, which is your dark vision, Whisper, the same, you see this long-limbed, hulking creature, long green nose, push its way into the darkness. Its long, scraggly hair hung down around its face as it steps into view. And we are going to go
All right, so
this.
given the nature of dark vision, I won't know that it's green, but I will see the long nose and long limbs, and I will creep over to Tristan.
Hold
Put
on
my hand
before you start
over
doing all
his-
that. Do it prone.
You gotta hold on for one more round. So how's everybody doing? Having a good time?
At that, you see a troll begin to emerge from between the trees. And
Yeah. Quickly as I can, right over to Tristan, hand over his mouth. And I'm just gonna use my other hand to shake him awake. And as soon as his eyes pop open, I'm gonna.
What just happened?
We lost SonCraft.
Oh, okay.
But basically just, Rivermaw tribe instinct kicking in of just shut your mouth, open your eyes, pay attention. We've got company.
Well, I'll say before you are able to do that, everyone go ahead and roll initiative.
Ay, ay, ay.
Am I awake?
You are not awake yet.
Okay, well, I'll roll initiative when someone wakes me up.
Yes.
Finally.
God damn it.
Finally.
Finally,
Best initiative
someone
roll
let me
I've
out of
rolled
my
this
cage.
entire campaign.
Well, Tristan, you're not technically awake yet, so don't go out and roll.
I know, but I just rolled the roll. I'm not saying I'm sick, but yeah.
Yo, half of me is nothing because I'm counting no age. Love that
So,
song.
was I not supposed to roll initiative?
No.
At all? Oh, then never mind. It's not the highest roll that I rolled.
Keep it, whatever.
Yeah.
All right. All right. 25 to 20.
20.
I just rolled a nat 20 on initiative. Sorry.
All righty.
That's
What'd you roll, Gormok?
+0.
4? All right.
I've got a +3 to initiative, and I rolled a 4.
Sweet. All right.
So
So,
I got a natural 1 +3.
That's rough, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
okay. So, top of the round, that is going to be Finnick.
Okay. So we're looking at this long nose, scraggly son of a bitch, and it's getting closer.
Yes, it is moving through. As you look at this map, the circles are where the actual tree trunks are, and that causes, obviously you can't shoot through those, or they're just large tree trunks. The circles around it, like this area, is all difficult terrain. Any box that is touching one of those lines or inside of it is difficult terrain.
Okay. How quickly is it moving at us? Like,
I mean,
is it creeping or is it just?
well, as it kind of steps into view, it is like lumbering through, but as it sees you all now, we'll see what it does when its turn comes about.
Can I just ready a dissonant whispers? Like, I will ready my action for when it attacks.
Sure.
And then I am going to cast wait, no, I can't do that. Never mind. Yeah, so just readying my dissonant whispers.
Sure. Anything else you want to do?
I guess I'll try and get closer to whisper.
Get up right next to her if you like. Good?
Yeah,
All righty.
that works.
Next up is going to be something else. All righty then. The next to you, Whisper, moving from out from around one of the trees, you see that green orb move towards you, and it is going to go ahead and make an attack against you.
Boo.
That is a 13 to hit.
My AC is 13.
So that hits. So you take 9 lightning damage as this thing kind of reaches out and shocks you.
Okay. So what was it that just attacked? The little green floaty thing?
Yes.
Okay. I'm waiting for the big guy.
Sure.
So that's what I said. So
This is also going to turn invisible once more. And Whisper, you feel an energy flow into you as this creature flies into your persons.
Fuck.
The other one is going to move from this side, coming out from between these trees, and move towards you, Finnick. And is going to go ahead and make its attack against you.
okay.
That's a natural one. It is also going to turn invisible. And then you feel something else. You feel some energy fly into you as well.
An energy fly into me?
You feel your body kind of get cold as something passes
Ew.
into you.
Okay.
That is going to end their turn. Whisper, you're up.
So it was right next to me when it hit me, right?
Yes.
I'm going to yell to wake up. Try and wake up my friends as my free action. We're being attacked. But imagine that 10 times louder.
Okay. Tristan and Clover, go ahead and roll perception checks at disadvantage.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Use of perception. 3, 5, 6, 8.
Okay, so Clover, you are awoken from the sound of Whisper hollering out.
You said disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just one point of note, they don't turn invisible before they enter into your persons. Just a heads up. I take that back. They are, you just see the green orb kind of fly into your persons.
Okay.
I got a 21 on initiative.
21? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, just figuring out what I'm going to do.
Anything else you want to do on your turn, Whisper?
Yes. I'm reading a spell. Sorry.
Okay, no worries.
All right. I will cast Conjure Animals.
Okay. What animal would you like to conjure?
So I
7 million.
was trying to conjure my friends, but I was so taken aback that I messed up in conjuring my friends. What were their names? If somebody remembers.
Fluffer and Nutter.
Yeah.
The
So
two
I messed
wolves?
up in conjuring Fluffer Nutter, and I instead conjured 2 lions,
Oh, Jesus.
Bangers and Mash.
Which is literally what lions do.
Well, I only have one lion mini, so you're getting a lion and a bear. But they are two
Fine.
lions for all intents and
It
purposes.
was a random table because I
Right.
Okay. For my own
Cool.
sake, they will go on your initiative.
Uh-huh. Okay. You want that?
Just have them go with you.
Okay. Then I give them their verbal command to protect my friends and attack the creatures if you see them.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do?
I'm pretty sure that's all I can do. Let me see if I have any bonus action. And then I'm going to cast Shillelagh. Oh no, I can't do two. Oh, I can do two spells because that's a cantrip and a bonus action, right?
Is one of them a bonus action?
Yeah, Shillelagh is.
Oh, is it okay? Then yeah, you can cast it.
Yeah, so then I'm going to cast Shillelagh on my Bonk Club.
Gotcha. Alrighty. Did you want to move at all?
No, because I think it's right next to me, and if I move, it's going to get an attack of opportunity. So, yeah. I stay where I'm at.
Okay. All right, that ends your turn. The troll is up next. It's gonna use a dash action to move towards all of you as it sees you and just starts hauling ass and jumping over roots and clawing its way towards you. You see its mouth start to foam as it sees food in front of it once more. Gormrug, you're up.
All right. So, like I said before, I'm getting Tristan up. Hand over his mouth. Well, I guess I don't need to at this point. But just making sure he knows. Eyes up, mouth shut. We got company. And then, is it just the ogre that I can see?
You're still prone, just as a point of reference. So you spend half your movement to stand, move over towards Tristan, wake him up. From your perspective, you can just barely see the outline, the troll kind of moving its way through the forest towards all of you.
As it charges toward, can I use the Dissonant Whispers?
Sure, go ahead.
It has to make a Wisdom saving throw.
That fail.
Okay. Okay, so 17 points of psychic damage.
Damn.
And must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far away as it can away from me.
Right. So it's gonna go ahead and 10, 20, 30. Okay.
Who's in that horizontal line with me?
This way?
Yeah, that one.
That's Finnick.
Finnick. Okay. Then I'm gonna move in that direction the rest of my movement, which will be about 20 feet. Can I get past her?
You'd only be able to get to right there because that one spot's difficult terrain.
Damn. All right, I'll take it. I don't have a clear line of sight on this thing, do I?
No.
All right, that'll be my turn.
Okay. Tristan, now that you're awoken, go ahead and roll
Initiative.
initiative. Yes.
Dirty 20.
Okay, so
And the one number higher than I rolled last time, so still now the highest initiative roll I've ever had.
Nice.
all right. So back up at the top of the round, Finnick, you are up.
Okay, now determining that this thing seems hostile. I am going to whisper. What is your AC?
13.
Okay. Bonus action. I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith. So you get +2 to your AC. And then how close can I get to the thing?
What's your speed?
30.
So 5, 25. You can get to right here.
That's it?
Yeah, because every one of the points of here is all difficult terrain.
Oh, fun, fun, fun. Then for my action, I will just use a firebolt at it. Fuck it.
Okay. Did you want to move it all?
I'll just move forward like 2 squares if I can. Okay. And that'll be a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Wicked. For 7 points of fire damage.
Okay. As the fire hits it, you see it kind of recoil in pain. You see the skin kind of scar and burn there. Anything else you want to do?
Nope. I will stay there.
Okay. Clover, you're up.
Where am I?
You are back here. You are currently prone and back in the back here.
Why am I prone?
Because you were sleeping.
What does that mean? Like, what does that mean?
You have to use half your movement to stand.
Oh, okay.
Someone's lying down.
Well, I will use half of my movement to stand. I'm going to move as forward as I can. I have 15 more feet.
Okay.
Hold on a second. I have 15 more feet.
Okay.
I'm gonna dash.
Okay.
I want to go. So, I guess I'm going difficult terrain. I'm gonna go. Like behind the lion, I guess.
Okay.
And for that was my bonus action. So for my action, I'm going to ready my arrow. So if he gets into my visibility, in the next round, I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay, perfect. All right. Tristan, you're up.
All right, I'm going to use half my movement to stand up.
Okay.
Now, if I'm correct, because I keep looking back and forth, there's 2 enemies, right?
Currently that you can see, yes.
Okay, and the ones. Okay, so I'm going to go into a rage.
Okay.
And then rage, and then do this really fast. 7, which is flowers and vines temporarily grow around you until your rage ends. Ground within 15 feet of you is difficult. All right, so around 15 feet around me is difficult terrain for enemies
Okay.
until my rage ends.
As you rage, you and the things start to sprout up around you. They wake up Bramble as well. So Bramble will now join the initiative. Oh crap! Okay. All right. What else are you doing?
I'm going to use the other 20 feet that I have to get as close to the closest enemy, which
Close
would be
to who?
him.
Close to the enemy?
The closest enemy, which is him right over there. So yeah, I only have 20 feet. Yeah.
Yep. You can make it to the Will-O-Wisp that is currently between Finnick, Whisper, and Gormug.
Okay. And I'm going. I can use my action to move. No, I know I can't. I can't dash, right? As an action.
As an action, yes, you can.
Oh, then I am going. Yeah. All right. Yes, I'm gonna use my action to dash closer to get right next to him.
And your speed's 40, right?
Yes.
So you can get that far.
All right. And my turn.
All right. Whisper, you're up. Oh, wait a minute.
All right.
I think. Yeah, I skipped the Will-O-Wisp. My fault. So the one that is currently inside of you, Whisper, is actually going to take damage because I read it wrong. So that takes fucking max damage, of course. So I'm a dum-dum. All right.
Hell yeah.
It is going to exit from you. And then the pair of them are going to go ahead and attack you, Whisper. That is a natural 19 plus 4, so that's 23 to hit.
Yeah.
The other one is a miss, that's 11. So you take another 6 lightning damage.
Mhm.
And they're going to attempt to move, so you can make an attack of opportunity if you like. This one's going to move this
Yep.
way. Did you want to attack of opportunity against it or no?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and roll your attack.
And it's Shillelagh, so. Oof. Oh. That is a miss, probably, because it's an 8 to hit.
That does not hit.
Yeah.
Gormrog, this one is going to move away from you, so you can make an attack of opportunity against it if you like.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay, go ahead and roll your attack.
Plus 7 makes that a 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
That is 9 magical piercing damage.
Okay.
Off the short sword.
You slash through and you see a little bit of the green energy that is around this creature peel off and evaporate into the air as it pulls back from all of you and starts to try and slink out into the woods once more. But that is going to end their turn. So then that would be Clover, but went. Tristan, who just went. Whisper, now it's your turn, sorry.
Mm-hmm. And both Will-O-Wisps are pretty far from me, right?
Yeah.
Huh. Well. And the animals go on my turn, right?
Yes.
Or we're making it so they go on my turn? Okay.
Correct.
How far away is the troll from me?
35 feet.
Can I move 5 feet forward?
Okay.
All right. I'm going to cast reach out my hand, and I'm like, I'm annoyed now after being shocked twice. And I'm going to cast Blight on the troll.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack.
It's a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. That is a 16.
Dang, it saves, but still takes half as much. So I need to roll 8d8. Which I don't have in front of me. Great. Can somebody calculate for me if I give numbers?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, 2,
Okay.
8,
10,
6,
16,
5, and
21.
then I got 4 more.
Okay.
8,
29,
2,
31,
2,
33,
6.
38. No. 39? Yeah. Sorry. My eye is killing me.
How do you guys do that?
I'm good at math.
Yeah, so it takes half as much necrotic damage.
So that was half of 39.
19.
19.
19, okay. So it takes 19 necrotic damage. Very nice.
And then I tell Bangers and Mash to Banger, the one that's the bear shape here, is gonna go towards the run after the wisp closest to it, and
Okay.
Mash to run after the wisp, the other one.
Okay, what's their speed?
They're lions. Looking at, they are 50 feet.
Damn, all right.
70 feet of movement.
He makes it to that one. He's gonna make it to that one. Okay, so they both make it to them. Go ahead and roll their attacks.
All right. Were they moving at least 20 feet straight?
No, definitely not straight.
Okay. Then,
10 feet. Yeah.
then they're both gonna try and bite. So the one on top is gonna do a nat 20, so that's 25 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Yeah. And so with a nat 20, what?
Roll the dice, double it,
Double
and then
the
add any
dice.
modifiers.
Okay. Blue. That's 7 piercing damage.
Okay. And
And then the other one. 23 to hit.
that hits.
Gonna be 6 piercing damage.
Okay. You hear the roars of these lions as they run out towards this glowing orb at your command and reach up and bite into it, but you see like it almost passes through. You see a little bit of damage be done, but you get the sense that they're not able to really bite down too much on this incorporeal form.
Let me just make sure that their attacks aren't. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Then it's your turn.
Yeah.
All right. Is the effects of the spell you cast, Finnick, can he move closer to you guys now or no? How long does that last?
It's I think it's just for that one
Just that
turn.
one turn. That's what I thought. I just double checking.
Yeah.
So this guy's gonna move right up towards you, Tristan.
All right. Well, he has a difficult terrain 15 feet around me.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Can I shoot him? Is he in my vision?
Yeah, and you can go ahead and make your attack, Clover.
Joe, can you check your messages?
That was a 22 to hit for a 10 damage.
Okay, 10 damage.
10 piercing damage.
Okay, whatever you got to do, Finnick.
Okay.
All right, so I marked off that damage. He's going to go ahead and make 3 attacks against you, Tristan. All right, first one is he's going to swing once with his one claw for a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Second claw attack is a 13 to hit.
Misses.
And he's going to go ahead and try and bite down on you for a 18 to hit.
That hits.
All right. So the bite does 5 piercing damage. And the claw is going to do 14 slashing damage.
Okay, I did not. I'm good. Okay. Fuck. Oh wait, I'm in a rage. That rage was that halved for?
Yes, it'll be halved.
Okay, so I already wrote it down.
5 and 14. No, not 14. So 11.
So I have to. Okay. So
5 and
I have to
11.
add
So
back. Okay. That's right,
2
so I have to
and
add.
5. So 7 total.
All right.
That is going to end the
And-
troll's turn, which brings us to Bramble. He is going to go ahead and use half his movement, and seeing the will-o-wisp right there, he's going to go ahead and make his attacks. That hits. And then that does. Okay. So, I'll say, Gormrog, you would see this probably easiest. Actually, he's behind a tree for you. As Bramble rises, he kind of just pulls out an arrow and fires it right through the will-o-wisp, and you see the green creatures explode out into a puff before disappearing. And he's going to go and aim for the other one, shooting over the bear lion. That's another hit. And that is... He whips around, aims the bow once more, lets another arrow fly, and it slices through, destroying that one as well. All right. He's going to then use the rest of his movement to go here. All right. That is going to end his turn. Gormrog, you're up.
Okay. The movement ability isn't that great. But I have 45 feet of movement, so I'm going to get right up in the face of that ogre.
Okay.
So even with the difficult terrain, I'll still be able to get there.
Yes.
Short sword. That is a 15 plus 7, 22.
That'll definitely hit.
Nice. That's 10 points of magical piercing.
Okay.
Extra attack. That's a 16 plus 7 for
That hits.
more. That's another 10 points of piercing damage. How's
Okay.
he looking?
Looking pretty rough. As you slam your fist into it, you feel your hand kind of enter into his skin, and you feel the ribs crack underneath your hand.
So that's just the sword so far.
Oh, I apologize. You feel the sword pierce
you're
into his
fine.
skin.
But if he's still standing, bonus action. What is this called? Flurry of blows.
Okay.
First one is a total of 14 to hit.
That'll miss.
That's a miss. Damn. All right. The second one is 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right. Okay. And that's 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. He's looking real rough right now.
And I need him to make a
That
Dex
is
saving throw.
That is a 19. What kind of saving throw?
Dexterity.
Okay. That's 20.
Damn. DC's 15, so he's fine.
All right. Does that end your turn?
Yeah.
All right. Back up to the top, we're going to have Finnick, who is currently indisposed. Anyone have her character sheet up that wants to take care of that real quick?
I can do it.
Okay.
Where is she?
Right here.
She's back a bit.
Yep.
Let me jump to her spells. And we're gonna... These are some good spells. Given what she's already seen done, I'm not going to go crazy with this one. Have the ogre that Gormrock just hit make a wisdom save, DC 15, as I'm casting Dissonant Whispers.
That is going to be an 8.
All right, that's 3d6 psychic damage. And it must use its reaction immediately, if able, to move as far away as it can. But will be 5, 9, 15 points of psychic damage.
Okay. How does Finnick want to do this?
Reaching into the creature's mind, just a discordant melody of just overlaps itself over and over and over again until it just gets so loud that its head just gets fried and it just
You
drops.
see it as it starts to hear these whispers in its mind. It brings up its claws and just starts raking against the top of its skull, ripping out bits of flesh and hair that kind of just start to slough down to the ground. And it pulls apart its skin from its face, it slumps down onto its knees, and then face plants down into the ground.
All right. And as soon as that happens, she's going to immediately whip around to see if she can see the other one.
There are no other creatures on the field.
There's nothing else here. Okay.
That ends your turn.
If she can't see anything else, then yeah.
Okay. Clover, what would you like to do?
That other thing up there is a monster, right?
Where?
Up in the top left corner.
This guy?
Yeah.
That is Whisper's lion pal.
Wait, do I see anything?
Roll a perception check for me.
26.
Looking around, you see nothing on the field currently.
Can I keep that perception and climb this tree that I'm next to?
Yeah, roll an athletics check for me. Athletics or acrobatics?
Acrobatics for sure. 18 plus 9, 27.
Easy enough. You scale up the tree, finding a perch up above. That in your turn?
No, what do I see with my perception?
Nothing.
Yeah, that ends my. I'm gonna bonus action, hide amongst the branches.
Sure. Go ahead and roll a stealth check for me.
$17.
Okay. You feel pretty well hidden up there.
And then I'm gonna have my arrow ready and hold my action
Okay. What are you ready your action for?
to shoot.
If an enemy appears, is the trigger?
Yeah.
All right. Tristan, you're up.
All right. So, do I see anything at all?
Just for the sake of brevity, none of you see
No.
any other creatures
Yeah.
on the field.
I am going to. I'm gonna stay where I actually am. Yep, I'm gonna stay where I am. I'm gonna. I guess it would be pointless to do that. I'm going to. I'm gonna stand and end my turn.
All right. Whisper, anything you want to do?
There's nothing to do. Yeah.
Okay. As we come back to the troll's turn, you see the skin on its head begin to stitch itself back together. And it begins to stand up once more in front of all of you.
Oh, do I get triggered?
Yep, you can go ahead and make your attack.
Nice from hidden. 19
My
or
attack.
9, so 19 plus 1 sec. I mean it hits, but I 19 plus 7, 26 to hit.
Okay.
$22 damage.
All right. How do you want to do this?
Oh yeah.
As I see him stand up and I look around, realizing how well hidden I am, I'm gonna kind of smirk to myself a little bit and just release my arrow right into his face.
All right. As you kind of poke through the branches, fire an arrow. It slams right into the eye of the creature as it's standing up and getting ready to raise its claws to attack Tristan once more. The arrow slams into its eye and its body slumps back down once more to the ground. That's going to end his turn. It's going to be Bramble's turn now. Have none of you ever faced a troll before?
Did you not see what I just did? I know it's not my turn, but
Well, we have to burn the body or else it's going to keep coming back.
go for it.
He doesn't have any way to burn a body currently, so he's going to go ahead and run over actually and grab a bit of wood from the currently simmering fire pit and begin to grab that and prepare to bring it back, unless someone else has something else they can do. Gormrog, anything you want to do?
Yeah. Given the dense nature of the trees, is it likely that there are dry twigs and leaves that might catch fire easily?
It's safe to assume that.
All right. I have a tinderbox,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try and torch him with it. Just
Sure.
let something catch fire and let it be on him.
Okay, so for the sake of brevity, as Gormrog, you make your way over to the creature and begin lighting some sparks. The few catch some of the leaves beneath the creature's grotesque form and begin to flare up underneath. As it does, you see the skin around it begin to burn and pull sloth off the creature as it instantly is repelled by the flames. And you hear the faint guttural sound from the creature as its healing ability to heal is burned away by the fire. And the flames begin to consume the flesh of the creature. And that, my friends, is going to be the end of the troll encounter. We seem to have lost
I
our
knew there was.
sorcerer Finnick. So, is there anything anyone wants to do in this time, post battle?
Make sure the fire doesn't spread.
Of course, I assumed.
I can't trust that, so I'm just clarifying. I will put out whatever fire is left and make sure that the rest of the forest doesn't go up in flames.
Okay.
And Finnick is gonna check the body.
Okay. As she kind of goes over and checks the body, not much can be recovered from a troll. They are known for hoarding, and they are disgusting creatures, which just evil and maleficent. As the body burns away and the stomach kind of opens, you see faint bits of that green light that you saw in the will-o-wisps. While not fully formed will-o-wisps, some green energy kind of dissipates from the stomach of the troll, moving out into the forest once more, having been freed.
I'll go ahead and shimmy down from the tree.
Well, I see that you're all quite adept at combat. That's good to know. I've tied my horse to a fine team, it would seem.
Yeah, you're not the only one handy with a crossbow around these parts.
I saw that. You are quite impressive, young Clover. You feel a hand kind of pat you on the back. You as well, Tristan. You seem to be quite adept at combat.
Oh, he doesn't like being touched.
Very well. Just trying to be cordial. All right. Well, is there anything else anyone would like to do in this moment before you all begin to continue on your short rest? Long rest, rather?
I tell Bangers and Mash what a good boys they were.
As the spell ends, they both fade away back to their respective denizens and plane.
Well, I'm wide awake now, so I don't mind taking the next watch.
All right. So that being said, as you all begin to resume your evening, considering we lost one of our players, I think that's where we're going to call it for the evening. I think everyone's a little burnt out, so
Yay!
thank you everyone for watching. As I've said, you can catch our amazing gem, part of Spell Shots tomorrow with Jeremy and the rest of their cast. Michael Powell. I always get confused because his username's like Mark Kapow or something like that.
Is it? I thought it was Mr. Kapow.
I don't know, man. I'm tired too. And Andrew Alandi. Do you know who his guest is tomorrow or no?
I don't think there's a guest tomorrow.
Oh,
It's
okay,
just
perfect.
us. Yeah.
You also can catch the VOD of my interview last week with Emmeline Sterling on our YouTube page, new_age_geeks. And let's see. I also created a new TikTok and Instagram page where I show all my cosplay stuff. It's New Age Cosplay. You can subscribe and check me out there. That's new, so figured I'd shout it out.
Oh, well, if we're just
Next
shouting out our Instagram.
By all means, shout them out.
I'm Reader and Rogue, and I post books, nothing else. It's very riveting.
Gem, do you know what you're doing next Monday
No,
for Goodberry
I
Cafe?
just got back from Wasteland. No, I don't know yet.
All right. Well, then we'll all be surprised together when we all
Yeah.
show up next week.
We lost your audio there, Gormrog. Lost your Gormrog. Lost your audio. Anyways. Okay, so that's gonna be it for tonight. We are gonna raid, so we're gonna go to our ending screen and then we're gonna go ahead and raid someone. So if you want to stick around for that, we'd appreciate it. And now we're just all fucked up here. I don't even know what's going on. So everyone, love you guys. Good night.